What do you want?
I don't know. What do I want?
You were looking at me.
I'm new here. I'm just getting to know people.
If you don't know I'm the best fighter in the camp, then you ain't been here long enough for me to care.
Man like you has clearly seen some action.
Well, you know, I don't like to boast, but I've crushed a few heads. If you want to eat here, you have to work. You want a free ride? Try those white robes at the monastery. They'll give you a free ride all the way to their excavation camps. And keep your paws off other people's stuff while you're here, or you'll lose your paws.
Hey,
I've not seen you before. Who are you? A fresh-faced young man eager to experience the thrill of an outlaw's life?
maybe.
I can't think why else you'd be here. There are warm alehouses and welcoming brothels in the town, food and indoctrination at the monastery.
Are you a woodcutter for the camp?
Just because I'm cutting wood doesn't mean I'm a woodcutter. Actually, I'm a hunter. My lads and I provide meat for the camp.
So you lead the hunters?
Normally, yeah, but as you can see, I've got vital woodcutting work to do. So right now, my hunters are running wild like free spirits. Or they think they are.
Can you teach me to hunt?
Sure you wouldn't rather chop wood?
I was thinking more of hunting.
Then you're talking to the right man.
Can you teach me about hunting? Show me how to gut animals.
You slit the prey from the head toward the back. Then you pull the hide from the body with a jerk. With the right equipment, you can also remove animals' horns or teeth. Many hunters will sell you the necessary tools.
Shouldn't you get someone else to cut the wood?
I'd love to, believe me. But Brogar would nail me to a tree if I left this wood unsawn.
Brogar.
One of the Don's lieutenants, the leader of the fighters, a, shall we say, powerful, single-minded man.
And you're his personal woodcutter.
For my sins,
Why does he want you to do it?
I tangled with him, and now I have to pay. We live by Brogar's laws out here.
Brogar's laws, not the Don's.
The Don wants me to hunt, Brogar wants his fire stoked. You judge who's really in charge.
Why don't you stand up to Brogar?
Him and all his fighters, you mean?
So everyone's afraid of him.
You clearly haven't met him yet. Then you'd understand. He's over there. Go and introduce yourself. Then decide whether you'd stand up to him.
Did I look like I wanted to talk to you?
Whoa there. Someone shoot your dog?
Stupid and mouthy don't wash well round here, especially not from workers.
So you're in charge here?
Nah, they just like me to stand around looking pretty. I'm in charge of the fighters. They're the ones that beat the shit out of lazy workers. Now enough questions. I'm hungry. Bring me a haunch of fried meat from Rachel, the cook up by the smithy. Bit snooty, but a looker. The Don's a lucky man. Of course, with him in that temple all the time, she might need a bit of company.
Waif and stray looking for pity? Or fortune hunter looking for gold? Looks like I've got another mouth to feed.
Are you the cook?
Amongst other things, you have to be adaptable in these times. One day you've a sword in your hand, the next, a ladle. And the cooking relaxes me, if you call stirring wild boar and brugelweed cooking. Sorry, forgotten my manners. I'm Rachel. Here, new mouth, take this meat, freshly cooked.
Brogar wants a haunch of fried meat.
And he sent you to get it for him? Lazy devil. Well, I've already given you some meat, so you can sort Brogar out yourself.
How are things around here?
Perfect. I don't know why we didn't move out of the town into the swamp earlier. The Inquisition are sucking the life out of the town, but this swamp is sucking the life out of us. We used to be close, all of us. Everyone made their share, worked for their share. Now it's falling apart. And with Esteban in that damn temple, I'm the one trying to hold it together.
Why do you think things are falling apart here?
It's those ruins. They've got everyone's mind on treasure. Even my Esteban. The whole place is being dug up. Although I'm certain that not everything that's being found is being delivered to the camp. Esteban makes sure that all the workers get a share of the gold. He's very fair like that. But someone is looking to line their own pockets.
Who do you think it is lining their own pockets? And what would happen to them if you knew who it was?
He'd be dead. Esteban's not a forgiving man.
So it seems. I need to talk to the Don.
Join the queue. I'm thinking of joining it myself. You can talk to me. When Esteban's busy, and he's always busy, I'm in charge.
Noted. But can you get me in to see him?
No. Look, he needs time alone to think. I'm always having to turn people away, even his good friends. Why would I make an exception for a newcomer?
I don't trust the Inquisition. I want to join Don Esteban's gang.
Another person without a home. I don't even recognize you from Harbor Town. Are you sure you're not with the Inquisition, new mouth? If you want to stay, then you'd better make yourself useful. Everyone needs to pull their weight here, and no one gets to see Esteban unless they have something valuable or important for him.
Can I help?
And why would you want to do that? What do you want, new mouth? Lazy cutthroats, idle thieves, and mosquitoes. Why do you want in on this?
You think the Don is losing control?
He's a complicated man. The Inquisition's takeover of Harbor Town shook him up badly. All we've got is this place, and it's fragile, especially at the moment. I really don't need someone stirring up trouble.
You sound like you need help. What if I help out?
You do that. But, well, if you really want to stick your hand in this beehive, you're welcome to. We can certainly use the help. Everything seems to have ground to a halt. Go to the camp lieutenants and see what sort of problems they're having. That should help you get a picture of what's happening here. Maybe we can root out the source of this rot before it reaches Esteban.
I don't know how to make that.
Not got better things to do?
I'm not a smith. I'm not a smith. Here, a haunch of fried meat.
Good. You wouldn't want to see me when I ain't been fed.
Got any proper work for me?
Are you actually good for something, little fish?
Easy to be cocky with that weapon and fancy armor of yours.
Nah, it's all the bodies I buried that make me cocky. 2 of my boys are supposed to be guarding the eastern swamp farm, but Clay's been lazing around the campfire. Go and see him. Make sure he takes over from Phil before Phil rots up there. Simple. I'm not losing another man to this fucking swamp.
Do you boys do anything other than stand about all day?
They're guarding. What do you expect? When it comes to standing around all day, these guys are the best. Trained killers, though, the lot of them. And if those creatures from the temples march in here, you'll be damn glad of them. So, show a little respect.
Get Clay to take over from Phil. Sounds simple enough.
The farm's over to the east. As it's a simple job, I'll assume you'll get it done.
The fighters answer to you, right?
Yeah. Most of them owe their lives to me. One way or another, they know not to mess with a big fish.
So you know where they are at all times?
Course. Well, usually. One of them has gone missing. Dorgan was on an errand for me, down in the swamps. The pillock's probably got himself lost, or eaten, or he's chasing wenches again. Never could keep his mind on the task in hand.
I'll look for him.
When I get my hands on him, he's gonna be emptying piss pots for the next month.
Hey,
Lost, are you? Don't you worry about it. I'll take care of you.
who are you?
Craig. And if you want a fortune in gold, I'm your man.
Your job is to distribute wealth.
Exactly. I arrange little wagers, you give me your gold, and you could double it.
What odds do you offer?
Ah, you're interested. Listen up. I'll explain. You give me a sum in gold. If you win, I'll pay you back double.
And if I lose?
There are no losers, only future repeat gamblers. I'll just keep your gold warm until you want to try and win it back.
And can I be sure you'll pay out if I win?
Oh, you of little faith. I'm hurt. If I wasn't honest, do you think I'd last 2 minutes around here?
How do I place a bet?
Oh, nothing easier. We bet on anything here. Who'll be the next worker to get eaten by a swamp creature? The next winner in the arena? Anything. You can even bet on yourself. If you want to go into the arena.
People fight for gold.
Don't sound so surprised. People have fought for gold since time began. There's a small arena over in the west. That's where it happens. I bet you're worth a gamble. Tough-looking fella like you.
Is there somewhere around here I can train for combat?
I wouldn't normally do this, but I'll train you if you like. Always good to get the inside skinny, in case you go into the arena.
Tell me more about the arena.
It's all friendly, just a few bruises and broken limbs. It isn't to the death. It's where we train and test ourselves. Well, if you fancy a fight, just challenge one of our fighters. If he accepts, he'll go into the arena with you. The fight starts when both willing volunteers are in the arena with their weapons drawn. The first fighter to go down loses.
That's clear enough. Which of the fighters here are the best?
Based on recent form, Ricardo's a loser. Lorenzo isn't too sharp either. Used to be all right. Faded a bit these days. I'd say Domingo is probably the best in camp.
I want to improve my fighting skills. I want to be stronger.
You're learning.
Are you the local blacksmith?
Blacksmith? I look like I spend my days making fucking horseshoes. I'm a pewterer, a gilder, a worker of fine metal, and I'm not looking for an apprentice. Particularly one that doesn't know the difference between a metal worker and a smith.
Do I look like an apprentice?
You don't look like you've got the coin to be a customer. What you want?
Do you need help? I'm looking for work.
No one here looks for work. The only thing people here look for is gold. And you don't look like you're any different.
Do you work with gold?
Gold. Gold. Nothing but gold. You just see the money in it, don't you? Well, there's no point you thinking about getting wealthy here. Every crumb of gold out there belongs to the Don.
How do I get to see the Don?
What do you want to see the Don for? Try standing on a tree outside the temple. You're not going to get closer than that.
There must be some way to see the Don. Something he wants.
If it doesn't glitter, he doesn't give a toss. I wouldn't be surprised if one day he had his wife gold-plated.
Is there something he wants then? Something in gold he doesn't have?
We found a sword pommel. Beautiful bit of work. Supposed to belong to some garrison commander before he pissed off an ogre. You find the blade for that pommel, the Don'd kiss your hairy ass. Fuck it, I would too.
Where can I find this sword blade the Don wants?
If you believe the stories, the ogre dragged the garrison commander off where those temple ruins are. If anyone has found anything there, they're bound to shoot their mouth off, particularly seeing as those bits of blade will be covered in gold. There's a pisshead called Lewis. Reckoned he'd seen something. But he's a sack of shit.
I'll find the blade the Don wants.
You want to look for it? Be my guest. But you take one piece of that blade for yourself. One bit of glittering gold. I'll hear about it.
I wouldn't dream of it. So you want to restore the sword for the Don?
If I can get all the pieces. Can't do jack shit without all the pieces.
Everyone has to give their gold to the Don.
If you know what's healthy for you, once a month you have to take the Don's share.
And how much is his share?
You see anyone round here looking wealthy?
Not unless mud is the local currency.
Oh, you should see the gold he has in his temple. Hordes of it. Ha! I can see that look in your eye. Fancy a slice to you? You'll end up in pieces with those thoughts in your head.
I'm looking for new weapons.
Looking is for losers. Paying gets you the goods.
What have you got to trade?
Weirder than we think. Weirder than we can dream.
I'll need some raw meat to fry.
I'd rather have a good meal than an artifact right now.
I don't like faces I don't know well. And your face is too pretty. Slap some makeup on you and you could work the brothels.
You know I'm new here then?
Shiny skin, gormless expression. You're not the first. It's the heap of gold in the temple. It sucks in idiots like flies to shit. But there's no one round here that wants to split their share of the Don's gold any further.
Where did the Don get all his gold?
See that temple? We took it. And guess what? It was full of gold and artifacts and stuff. Now it's full of guards, an ogre, and surrounded by us. There are temples all over the island. Why don't you bugger off and find your own?
You just walk in and take the gold from the temple ruins.
Yeah, it's that simple. Go on, try it. Then you'll see the beasts that come charging out of those ruins. You have to deal with them before you get to the shiny stuff.
You're a fighter, right?
I took the advice my teacher gave me. Find something you like and make it your job.
What's the Don going to do with the gold? Invest in swampland?
We might be stuck here now, but we're not going to be here forever. Once those religious nutcases are gone, Harbour Town will be ours. Then you'll see.
What are the Inquisition doing in the town?
Pretty face. Shame you're thick as pig shit with it. They only need the town to give them a supply route. The real work happens in the monastery. Fuck knows what they do up there.
And you don't think it would be a good idea to find out?
You're the nosy fucker. Why don't you knock on the door and ask them? Let's see how many questions you've got after they work you to death in the temple ruins.
Live here, die there. You know, there's an ocean full of beautiful desert islands. So you've cleared all those creatures out of the ruins?
Keen to see them, are you? All right. We'll go to a temple ruin nearby. You help me deal with the creatures there, then you can get your share of the gold.
How do we split the gold?
50-50.
What's the catch?
There's no catch. We clear the place and split the rewards.
You've got a deal.
Good. Follow me.
I've heard that too.
Now, no one can see us here, so let's have ourselves a little chat.
What about?
I've met people like you, troublemakers.
Let's get this over. Draw your weapon.
See? I knew you were trouble. Now, no one can see us here, so let's have ourselves a little chat.
What about?
I've met people like you, troublemakers.
Can we talk about this?
I don't want to talk. I want you gone. Permanently. Every scummy weasel that turns up here costs me a share of my gold.
Right. So we're not here for the temple.
You're getting the picture. It's just you and me. And you're gonna give me your gold.
Let's get this over. Draw your weapon.
See? I knew you were trouble.
Good work.
Well, look who's come over all chatty.
Hey,
Hey, what? You better be from Hawkins. I need those crates moving.
what crates?
The ones full of artifacts? What else are we moving? Damn Hawkins. His workers should have delivered them by now. I knew it was too much responsibility for the old coot.
And who is this Hawkins?
A pain in the backside. So-called leader of the workers. Couldn't lead a duck to water if you ask me.
So you're in charge of moving boxes, right?
They're not just any old boxes. They're full of artifacts from the excavation sites. They get dug up, they come to me, and then they go to the Don.
Oh, so you're not even moving boxes for yourself then?
When you get an important role here, then you can make jokes. Until then, shut your bleeding mouth.
What's in these artifact crates?
Puppies. Artifacts, what do you think, genius? Everything that's dug up from the ruins gets crated up. But keep your mitts off them. If you're looking for gold, then do some work. You dig for the Don, then you'll get your share.
I'll think about it. I've just arrived here. I'm not from anyone.
Lazy more like. Bet you never done a decent day's work in your life.
Let's talk sensibly. I can help you get your crates.
Think you can? All right. We'll get going and get them moving.
No sense in asking if you know the magic word.
What magic word? Here, you're not with that Inquisition lot, are you? Look, I'll have no magical nonsense around here.
Where are these crates you want moved?
At the excavation site, but they should be here. I swear, those workers are being slack just to wind me up.
I'll need some raw meat to fry. You alone out here?
What?
Are you alone out here?
Yeah, don't yell, I'm deaf. You seen my full of beer glass thing goes smash if you drop it.
You mean a beer bottle?
That's why I said. You got bad hearing, you know that. The bottle was right. It was here. No, here somewhere.
You're drunk.
So, I'd rather be dead drunk than dead, and we're all gonna die soon anyway. You wait. When the white robe shows up, we'll all be as dead men.
Wide robes?
Yeah, the white robes. White! From the
Inquisition?
Yeah. What do white robes want in a swamp? Huh? They'll end up brown robes. Ha! Stinking swamp.
Yeah. And what can you tell me about the white robes?
They're everywhere. Came from the sea, from the mainland, and now they're sweeping across the island, wrecking everything.
Have you ever met a white robe?
Are you insane? Huh? I'd run like a stabbed rat if I ever saw one.
I can believe it.
Where's that damn bottle? It's my bottle. Give it back, you stinking swamp.
Don't you think you've had enough?
Enough? Enough? Oh, I can't drink enough. Have you been to the Don's camp? I can tell you once you've spent a couple of days there. You'll start on the sauce too, believe me. If you'd been there, you'd be me.
Why? What's wrong with the camp?
Bunch of total arsehole bastards. Always screwing each other over. I don't trust a single one of them. The worst bastard is Brogar. A nasty piece of work. He's a bastard's bastard.
Tell me more about this Brogar.
The whole damn place is under his thumb. Officially.
Officially?
Officially, yeah. Officially, he's just the boss of the fighters. The Don's lieutenant. But he's more than that. Every man there's terrified of him. Even his shadow's scared of him. Because that Brogar, he wants to replace the Don, doesn't he? Yeah, he does.
Right. You seem to know a lot about Brogar.
More than you think, and not just about Brogar. You get me more beer, and then I'll really tell you something.
I get you more beer and I'll be lucky to understand you. I'll see what I can do. Here, one beer for some information.
Hey, you got one. You're beautiful.
Here, you're a hunter. Or you were. Teach me something about it.
Now you're talking. When I got time, I'll do just that.
I'm looking for some pieces of a sword blade. Old, decorated with gold.
They're everywhere. Everyone's got one. Well, not Hawkins. Or Jan. Or Rachel. Or Craig has one. I've seen it. It's quite big. And that moron has one as well.
What moron?
Dorgan. He's got a piece, moron. Of course Brogar has one. You'd have to take him apart to get it. And me. I've got one too.
You have one. I'll give you a beer for the piece of sword blade.
No way! What do you think I am, an idiot? It's easily worth 2.
You could just tell me the information as a friend.
The only friend you've got in this swamp are the mosquitoes. Yeah, and they suck your blood.
Can you teach me about hunting?
What?
Can you teach me about hunting?
You aren't rich enough.
Right.